Given the recent political upheaval in Ironforge, the gnomes have suddenly found themselves unwelcomed guests within the city. Leveraging their ingenious technologies and unquenchable spirit for adventure, the gnomes have begun to reevaluate their role within Cosmodan. Under the inventive leadership of High Tinker Gelbin Mechatork, the gnomes now plan a daring campaign against the barbarous Trogs to retake their former capital of Gnomregon. With the odds stacked against them, the gnomes are counting on brave heroes such as you to stand and be counted. Your people's greatest hour draws near.
And here we are, the first of the WoW adventures in Azeroth. So I will do some commentary in between, obviously, when we're talking about things, and we have to do some interface changes at the beginning because I want to go in here and perfect, that's already on. I don't have to do anything. So let's start our adventure, shall we?
Greetings.
Pin down. My name is Nevin Twistwrench, and I'm the commander of the Survivor Assistance Facilitation Expedition, or SAFE. I don't know how you managed to survive the radiation down here, nurses, but most of the others haven't fared so well. My team is rounding up the survivors, but the radiation-addled leper gnomes are too numerous for us to hold back much longer. They've lost their minds. If you're still strong enough to wield a weapon or cast a spell, would you help us clear some of these leper gnomes? Of course we will.
Seen you.
The music is a little cheerful, or how dire the situation is. We have to go into the interface one more time because for some reason WoW still thinks that auto-looting is not cool as a standard option. The first thing I noticed for the gnome area is that it's very different from the other areas that you start in, especially when you look at the older starting areas like human. Like this area is much larger. There's already like red enemies here. I don't think they attack you, but it's still very different from... No. I guess they're being dragged away. Cleaned up. We did it. Okay, let's go back.
Pleased to meet you.
Well done, Nashers. My men take it from here. Let's focus on getting the other survivors out now.
Off and away.
Level up. Report to Carvo Blastbolt. I'm going to start preparing my men to leave this place. We can't hold out here any longer. I want you to move to a forward position in the middle of the large room ahead. You should find Carvo Blastbolt there. He'll give you further instructions. Good luck, nurses, and I'll see you on the surface.
Right.
Okay. That seems like we're going up the hill. I like the outfit as well, like very wounded and unsafe. Pretty cool. So we meet Carvo Blastbolt.
Hey.
Did Nevin send you ahead? That means he's getting ready to end the mission. But there's still survivors to be rescued. We have to help them. See to the survivors. If we don't do something quick, neither Nervin nor the survivors will make it out of here alive. I'm going to give you my squad's emergency teleport beacon. We still have enough strength and ammunition to fight our way out of here. But those survivors are in no condition to make a run for it. Use the beacon survivors to arrange for them to be teleported out of here to the safe area my men have set up. Once you've done that, report back to me, and we'll make arrangements to get you out here. Okay.
Have a great day now.
Irradiated, exposed to high levels of radiation, and in danger of degenerating into a leper gnome. Oh, that's not very good. So there's more leper gnomes here, and then there's a survivor. Let's use teleport beacon. Beam me up, Scotty. The fear animation of the gnomes is really great. I actually look at this. This is beautiful. I actually do not know when they changed the starting area for gnomes specifically. It feels like it has been done after Cataclysm came out, but we'll see how it goes. If we can find it out at some point. Okay, one more. Here we are. We also got Corruption as a spell for leveling up. Okay, Carver, we got it. I know Nevin will be pleased with all the survivors you managed to help. As look, I believe you managed to stay so strong down here in the radiation. You've seen the shape the other survivors are in. Let's get you out to the loading room for decontamination. Decontamination.
Daylight's burning.
No, more stuff happening to me. Withdraw to the loading room. Excellent job gathering the other survivors. They and you are the reason safe teams keep coming down here. Nevin won't rest until we found and rescued every possible survivor. I'm sending my men to the loading room to prepare for decontamination. Please follow them and meet up with Gaffer Coldspring when you arrive. She set you up for decontamination. I don't know why that word is so hard. And have you on your way to the surface. And we're gonna follow the safe operatives to Gaffer Coldspring in the loading room. Okay, looks like we're gonna go this way. Can we go down there? Oh, this is Gnome again, huh? That's the dungeon entrance. Yeah. Oh, that's pretty cool. Is there like a stone here? No, I think it's probably outside, isn't it? Microzooks.
Need assistance?
Yes, stuff. Pristine Gizmo. Unopened Gnome Regan supply box. Came through the Gnome Regan pet challenge. Ah, okay.
You have a great day now.
That's pretty neat. Actually, we can go upstairs. Aw, the poor cockroaches. Not that they care, I guess. It's a pet battle NPC. Oh, there's a dead end here. Okay, decontamination can begin.
Interesting.
Withdraw to the loading room. It's good to meet you, Warlock. We rarely come across survivors as strong and capable as you are. I can help get you decontaminated and on your way out of here. Let's do it. Oh, we got an imp. Let's summon it. Yeah. We get Zepat. Nice. Decontamination. You've been down here in Normangan for a long time, Nurses, and it's amazing that you've survived and kept your wits so long. We need to get you out. Before we can send you to the surface to join the rest of the gnomes, you have to go through the decontamination process. Just head into the next room and board the Sanitron 500. It'll do the rest. It shouldn't even hurt much. When you're all gone, check in with Technician Braggle and he'll make sure you get some suitable gear.
You have a great day
We're getting gear. Okay, let me one more time go into the interface because we also want to use all of the action bars that are available. Bum bum bum. There you go. And we're gonna move the gnome over here. Not the gnome, the imp over here. And it's on 500 with the Dankomatic action. Oh, I'm excited. Commencing decontamination sequence. Oh, those look... yeah, okay. I guess Sepad also gets a little bit of water. Decontamination complete. Stand by for delivery. Warning, system overload, malfunction in a minute. Hey, I got robes. That's very nice. Not the Sandron, it's my pride and joy. Is he fixing it? I don't think so. Alrighty, there. Now you're fit to head off to the surface and start your new life. The High Tinker will be delighted to hear of your arrival. To the surface. Nevin has just sent word that he and his men are making their way to the surface. He'll be waiting for you in the building that Safe has established as its headquarters. See Torben Zaplast over there, talk to him when you're ready to head to the surface, and he'll arrange to have you transported up there. It's been a pleasure meeting you, Nurses, and I'm honored to have played a small role in helping you escape from Gnome Rian to start your life on the surface.
Daylight's burning.
Awesome. I don't know why we can't take the elevator, but I guess we're gonna go with Torben.
Hi, how are you?
Alrighty, quick fire alarms, or kind of fitting for Gnome Rian, but we're back. So, we're here with Torben, and he's going to send us to the surface, Torben, please. For whatever reason, we can't use the elevator. Nevin, we're back.
Help you?
It's good to see you again, Nurses. Without your help, we wouldn't have been able to get so many survivors out of Gnome Rian at this time. Everyone is going to be thrilled to meet you and hear your story. Excellent. Oh. Save officer. And then this guy wants to follow us. The guide. Well, we have to read the quest text first, my friend. The future of Gnome Rian. It's a victory for us every time we're able to help another survivor escape from the contaminated halls of Gnome Rian. We're going to need all the help we can get to reclaim our home and rid ourselves of the trogs and irradiated gnomes. To that end, our leader, High Tinker Mechatork, has assembled a team of trainers to help you learn your arts. Alamar Grimm has taken up residence in the building just west of this one. He possesses powers similar to yours and can help you get adjusted. Ooh, a warlock trainer. Oh, get stuck on the chair. Here we go. And there he is.
Pleased to meet you.
So, another one of Nevin's rescued survivors, eh? More than likely you saved his life from the trogs down there. Did he stumble over his words when he mentioned me? The man has a healthy respect for the demonic powers we channel. And we're getting a vibro knife. I don't know if you remember Mechatork or not. Nevin tells me that memory loss is pretty common for Gnome Rian survivors. Mechatork, or more properly, the High Tinker Mechatork, is the leader of all gnomes. He made a habit of meeting with every rescued survivor personally. You should introduce yourself to him. He'll be with his war council beneath the tent in the center of the town. I'm gonna meet the High Tinker.
Hey.
I like these NPCs. The arcane only corrupts those who are weak. Keep up your training or you may find a similar fate. Because obviously now everybody gets their spells and everything automatically, but the trainers back then were a big coming back to point, and you really got to know where they were and who to interact with and everything. It's kind of fun. He has ordered the scrawny Raslo Crushcock to keep us on the defensive, Finkles. What's the latest intelligence on Raslo and his men? I guess this is like the Gnome Rian story. It's been hard for our scouts to get information on what Crushcock is planning. What we do know is that Crushcock is using an advanced mechanotank prototype, and his irradiated gnomes are trying to repair more at the old arsenal. We're going to have a hard time handling this one alone. I sent a message to the dwarven capital of Ironforge asking for the support. A messenger reached us from Brennewell Brunal village this morning. The dwarves are sending a squad of mountaineers to help us. We have to be positioned to strike against Crushcog when the mountaineers arrive. With Crushcog defeated, Thermoplug is sure to be quick in his Mechano tank, and rightly so. You're next, Thermoplug. You're next. So this, I think, is the storyline about Gnome again, and then like these people I hope we might meet very soon.
When in doubt, plan it out.
It's good to meet you, nurses. You've probably heard others speaking of Operation Gnome again. Let me tell you a bit about what happened and why we left the dwarven city of Ironforge. The fight continues. The dwarves of Ironforge kindly took us in when the Trog invasion and radiation forced us to leave Gnormrigan for the first time. But even the kindest of friends can't quell the longing for home. I sent out a call for brave gnomes and other members of the Alliance to help us regain control of Gnormrigan and defeat the usurper Thermoplug once and for all. We weren't able to achieve everything Operation Gnormrigan set out to do, but Thermoplug is on the run and we're closer to home than ever. Watch the holo table in front of Heidnik and Megatork to learn about Operation Gnomrigan.
For Gnomrigan,
Except,
we assembled a mighty force and defeated Thermoplug's servants, fighting our way into the city. But the usurper Thermoplug had one last trick up his sleeve.
take a look at this holo table. I want you to show you a bit more about Gnomrigan.
Fancy seeing you here. Where are Thermoplug's defense forces? It's a trap! That's a fully functional irradiator!
Irradiator 3000 activated. Attention, emergency. You now have 10 minutes to reach minimum safe distance.
10 minutes? Plenty of time to disarm the device. Hinkles, hand me that whirring bronze gizmo and some fresh spring water. Cogspin, toss me that dirty trog cloth and a handful of copper bolts.
10 minutes? You left the factory setting on? Give me that controller, you idiot! Attention, emergency. You now have 10 seconds.
We've got to get out of here!
Minimum safe
Lapforge,
distance.
beam us back, quickly! No, we were forced to retreat. Thermoplug continues to hide behind the radiation, sending his crony Crushcog to harass us here on the surface.
That was kind of cute.
Something on your mind?
Even now, only the safe teams dare to venture far into the city to search for survivors. Meanwhile, Thermoplug has sent one of his followers, Crushcog, to distract us and buy time for him to dig in. Unending Resolve. That's a defensive skill. A triumph of gnomish ingenuity. We'll need all the weapons, inventions, and soldiers we can get in order to defeat Razlo Crushcog and his followers. Over to the northeast, you'll find Engineer Grindspark, one of a new generation of brilliant gnomish minds. Why, he hasn't had an explosion over 3 prototypes. I mean, that is something. But enough bragging, Engineer Grindspark is working on a bot that he says will help clean up the toxic airfield. You should introduce yourself to him and see if he needs any help testing it. Speak with Engineer Grindspark.
Remember,
We'll do
safety
that.
first.
I mean, 3 prototypes and not 1 explosion? That is pretty impressive. Here he is.
Interesting.
So Megatork himself has heard of my little project. Splendid. I've almost finished my latest prototype, but maybe you can help me chase down those last few parts. Scrounging for parts. There's just too much to do around here, and too few gnomes on their feet to help. The High Tinker has asked me to start converting some of our old bots and parts from Operation Gnomrigan hope to have a new line of multibots ready to field test soon. I don't suppose you'd have some time to help you? There are all kinds of parts scattered around. Pick up anything you can find and bring it back to me. You never know what could turn out to be useful.
Off and away.
Picking up trash, the old WoW classic. Oh, there's trash in this house. Yoink! Alrighty, 7 parts.
Can I help you?
Did you get those parts? I did. These are fantastic. Let's see what we can put together. Would you be interested in testing out our prototype once I'm done? A job for the multibot. If the multibot works, it'll help us to do all kinds of jobs that are unpleasant or dangerous for us gnomes. After Thermoplug detonated his irradiator at the end of Operation Gnome again, toxic clouds and ooze began bubbling up at the old airfield south of town. If you don't get it under control, the contamination could spread to the rest of our lands. Take the multibot with you and bring it close to the geysers in the green pool at the toxic airfield. Your bot should spring into the action. We're gonna use GS9X multibot to clean up 5 toxic geysers.
Great day now.
Let's do it. Oh, and we have another quest over here. Oh, hi little bot. Talk, Spry Sprocket, what's left behind? Most of us have seen the sickly and deranged gnomes suffering from exposure to the poison and radiation of Gnome Regan. Eventually they will devolve further until they become mindless but mostly harmless puddles of toxic sludge. Well, that's a unpleasant kind of picture. My research suggests that we may even be able to restore them from the state. Okay. Go to the toxic airfield to the south, subdue the toxic sludge I told you about, and bring back the possessions of the gnomes they once were.
Seen you.
I mean, that's pretty awesome. Nope, more quests. I don't see the quest cover yet. Are you in here? No, there you are. Corporal Fizzwhistle.
Greetings.
Tox Spice Sprocket has some crazy theory about these toxic sludge being the last remnant of gnomes, so my men have orders not to engage them for now. However, the toxic airfield just south of us is teeming with living contamination. Their elementals composed of contaminated water and other toxic materials. Left unchecked, they will overrun the town. Will you help us dispose of them?
Right.
Of course we will. Let's go. Oh, corruption is a casting spell. I thought it was an instant one. So we have to kill 6 of these. I have to say that Shadowball animation is beautiful. I haven't played Warlock in ages, so... Ah, there you go. I don't know if I should be standing in this orange water, but... Corruption at this point, probably not worth the trouble casting. Perfect. Initiating cleanup. I guess they're drawing the DNA out of the possessions. Gnomes do be crazy. That's it. We got 5 toxic puddles cleaned up. Poke. The music is much more like sinister now than it was at the beginning of the game. I guess it's to not necessarily immediately scare people that are really new to the game and then decided to make a Gnome. Okay, one more living contaminations. Good job, Zepat. And then we need 2 more of these. Is there one on the way? Yep. Oh, there's another one here that's closer. Let's free him. Here we go. Dealing with the fallout. What a relief. Thank you for your help. I hope that gadget engineer Grindspark was working on helps get the airfield cleaned up permanently. And we're getting a bag and a cloak.
Daylight's burning.
Very good. Thank you, Corporal. A job for the multibot. Wow, I never expected to work on the first trial. Okay. I mean, we succeeded. I wonder what other uses I can find for this handy little guy. Thank you. It's very nice. The engineer. And we got fear. Gonna put this on here. And then we have talk. We able to recover the belongings of any of the irradiated gnomes? I was. I can't wait to give this new technology a try. We've lost more gnomes to radiation than we can count. It's time to turn that around.
Right.
My brother has spent years working on a cure for leper gnomes. Using his notes, I think I've perfected a process for studying gnomes who've devolved into sludge. Let's give this a try. Goggles, everyone. What happened to me? Absolutely amazing. We've done it. Sure, he's a little small even by gnome standards, but he's all there. The real question is, what will he remember? Don't talk about me like I'm not here. All I know is I'm hungry and I need to get out of these hideous, smelly clothes. Bye. Wait, come back. I have readings to take. Oh, you need to see a medic. You better make that a rocket scientist. Well, talk. It was a pleasure. Let's go, Captain Tread Sparknozzle. What's keeping Karmar? The cataclysm tore open deep caves beneath Frostmane Hold and drugs flooded out of the warrens. They succeeded in displacing the trolls who used to live there, and they sent to drive us out if we do not act. Hightink and Mechatork hired the renowned demolitionist Carmen Palegrip to close the caves and stem the Trog advance. We've received no word about whether he was able to stop the Trogs. Would you look for him at his camp near Frostmane Hold, to the south beyond the toxic airfield? Of course. You guys are doing a great job. There he is. Carmen Palegrip. Discovered Frostmane Hold. I remember this. There were, I think, trolls back here. It's kind of cool. What? Trug. Let's get the quest first. Carmen. Carmen's Mountain Movers Incorporated. Well, there you go. It won't be tough to collapse the tunnel, but I'm going to need my team and my equipment before I can get the task. I unfortunately cannot do the, I think, Scottish accent of the dwarf, so we'll have to deal with my normal reading. Get me explosives back. It's gonna take a lot of powder to collapse those caves. I don't know whether the damn trogs understood that that when they stole my supplies and kidnapped me demolitionists, but the outcome's the same. Ain't gonna be able to blow nothing up until I've got the powder back. Go south to Frostmane Hold and kill any of the trogs you can't. Anyone OM could be carrying me kegs or powder. Of course, missing in action. For a job like this, I normally bring me whole crew or demolitionists. With some help in setting up the powder, the charges, the rest of the gear, the job gets done a lot faster. Those blasted trogs have me men caged all around Frostmane Hold. Now I'm here, all alone with the personnel. I need to finish the job. Without the personnel to finish the job. You look like a capable warlock though. Would you find the demolitionists, trogs captured and break them out of their cages? Of course, sir. Safe travels. Oh, there's a cage. Let's see how these trogs fare against my Shadow Bolt. Well, they should fare a little better, so I'm going to use Corruption. The aggro range is very tiny. Whoa, knockback. Get crit. The cages look really like, I don't know what animals they had here that have bones this big. I guess maybe irradiated animals. Maybe the rabbits have grown to enormous sizes here. I still think it's probably not corruption time. Oh, again, I mean, that's a mighty big bone he was throwing at me. We got 3 captured. Or 3 released, I should say. And we have 5 powder kegs. That looked really cool. That's like a backflip. Let's break out our friends. Actually, I don't know if we... I mean, we still need a powder, so it's fine. That animation is really cool. Now one more. You can see the dead trolls everywhere here. that the trogs... I mean, okay, they are harvesting these bones, whatever those animals have been. I know that we know that many animals in Azeroth that are this big outside of the dinos in the Zandalari kingdom. Zandalari kingdom? I think it's called Zandalari. Oh, look at you. Hey. I was looking at the kitty.
You got my attention.
Well, did you recover missing supplies? Well now, that's more like it. We may get around to blowing up something after all.
Off with you.
You have my own tanks and the tanks of the men you rescued. I've already had the boys start setting up the gear down inside the cave. It should be ready to go soon. Finishing the job. My team has finished setting up the powder kegs and the detonators at the bottom of the cave in the western part of Frostmourne Hold. All you need to do is venture down there and activate the detonators to explode the powder and collapse those tunnels. That's up the flow of trogs from the deep parts of the earth. Mechatork will have an easier time of dealing with the remaining trogs if you can take out their leader, who calls himself Boss Broger. Good luck, nurses. And we're gonna get some cool wrist armor.
Watch your back.
So we're gonna detonate the trog tunnel and then also finish off the boss. We can do that. Oh. See, this is what I get from not playing all of the classes and races. Like, these models are really cool with the fungus on them, and the fungus glows and stuff. Oh Jesus, hey, you scared the living heck out of me. Here we go. Oh, these have much more sensitive aggro ranges. Yup. But that's okay. They still don't do any damage. No, I don't want to necessarily talk to him though. Let's go venture deeper. Miss? I just saw the miss on the... Oh, he's... Oh, he got poisoned. That's not very nice. No, he woke up. Poisonous mushroom.
I need to target something first.
These are really cool. I really never seen the model. Kind of handy to have these fungi growing on them, and then they can use them as weapons. We're just gonna kill everybody in here. Should make it easier to push the explosive button. And it's like, nope, I'm carrying my keg. Curse of Weakness. Increases the time between enemy attacks by 20%. Let's put this here for now. And immediately curse. Boss Brewer. I think that's gonna actually be a big help. No. That is a lot of... We should probably go, huh? Nice. He definitely knows how to move mountains. Okay, let's get out of here. Okay. Respawn rate pretty high. Let's see if the fungus Lingo wakes up. Not yet, so we're gonna avoid some of them. Our little feet shouldn't make that many footstep noises anyway, so I think we're okay. Oh, one more. Here we go. We did it.
Great to meet you.
I could have feel the explosion way up here. My boys did a fine job rigging up that blast, but it wouldn't have happened without your help. It's only fair that I split my contract payment with you for helping me finish the job. We're getting 8 silver from this. One more thing. Well, it's time to start packing up and moving on to the next job. There's always something else to blow up out there. I mean, isn't there always? Somewhere there's a mountain needs moving or a gorge that needs carving, and I'll be there to do it. I don't suppose you do me one more favor. Would you take this report back to High Tinker Mechatork in New Tinkertown? He needs to know that the Trogs won't be bothering his people again anytime soon.
See you soon.
For sure we can do that. I think we're nearly done with this area now, huh? Is that a player? Ah, it's a pet battle. I definitely wouldn't consider settling down here. I think it's not the area to do that. The way over didn't feel this long. Did I walk the wrong way or something? But we make it.
There's always time to tinker.
Welcome back, nurses. The High Tinker reads Carmen's report. Can we read the report? We can. No, we cannot. Okay. Splendid news. With the drugs taken care of, we should be able to turn our attention to Crashcog's troublemaking. Crashcog's minion. Our old enemy, Thermoplug, is doing his best to keep us from rebuilding and finishing our reclamation of Gnomrigan. He sent one of his most loyal henchmen, Razlo Crashcog, and a force of irradiated gnomes to harry us. They've taken over an old arsenal up the road to the north, and Crashcog's technicians are preparing those weapons. We have to stop them before they're able to get those mechanotanks back online. Go to Crashcog's arsenal, eliminate as many of the technicians as you can.
Perseverance is the true blueprint to success.
Well, if you say so. Okay, we go up the street. Chill Breeze Valley. Oh, that looks like a big arsenal. That's the old entrance to... No, that's just an arsenal. Okay, I mean... That's pretty big. That does look kind of scary. Okay. 8 technicians. I guess it's 8 minions. Yeah, okay. Can also be the battle suits. Number 5. Two more.
I need some parts.
That's it. Let's head back. Is that one of those irradiators? It looks like it, huh? You guys hold this post. I'll be back, I'm pretty sure. Did I miss this one? I think so, huh?
Got something to report?
They should set back Crushcock's plans a bit, but we can't rest until he's defeated and Chilbreeze Valley is secure.
I'm counting on you.
Hey,
No thanks. We've lost more than a couple of scouts trying to find out what exactly Raslo Crushcock plans to do with all those mechanotanks his irradiated technicians are repairing. We can't afford to take it slowly anymore. We must act before Crushcock turns his followers and his weapons on us. This techno grenade packs enough explosive power to destroy the mechanotanks and deny Crushcock their use. Take it north with you along the road to Crushcock's arsenal and take out the tanks.
off and away.
I definitely overlooked this quest. So our little legs get a little bit more training in. Techno grenade. Use destroy a repaired mechanotank at Crushcock's arsenal. 1 second cooldown. Five of them. That should be easy enough. What's the range? Close enough to the technician is attacking us. That's ugh. That's not very nice. Okay, number 2. Oops. And then 3. 4. And we aggro one of the battle suits. I think we're gonna aggro this one as well, huh? Yep. That is it. Okay, we're gonna put the curse on him, and then he can't hurt us as much. Unless he does that. Which was a cool animation. Okay. We did it. Let's go back, this time for real. Even though I have the feeling we're gonna come back here one more time. Alrighty. Hinkles?
Interesting.
Mechadog will be pleased to hear that you've ruined Crushcock's plans to use our old weapons for his followers. Without the mechanotanks under his command, he'll be weak and vulnerable. And we get a free body belt.
You have a great day now.
Did we put on the bracers? No, we did not.
Ready for action.
Staging in Brunel. While Hightech and Mechadog, his military advisors, and I finalize the plans for the attack on Rezo Crushcock, I've sent my assistant ahead to Brunel village to begin preparations. To get to the Brunel village, follow the road southeast of town. Once you arrive, find Jarvie Shadowstep and see if he needs any help. Our dwarven cousins have dispatched a cadre of mountaineers from Ironforge to join us in the fight against Crushcock.
I'll be waiting.
Alrighty. Is Bruno finished? And yeah, it is. Look at that. I wouldn't necessarily call this a village, but here we are. Oh, somebody I can
Here there.
sell my crap on. Ba-bum, ba-bum.
Watch your back.
Good stuff. Jarvi Shadowstep, Gnome Regan, Covert Ops.
Salutations!
Ah yes, Kelsey told me to expect you. There's so much to do before we can take on Crushcog. We have reliable intelligence that Razlo Crushcog has taken up a defensive position on the island in the middle of the frozen ice flow lake. To make matters worse, he surrounded himself with a network of sentry bots that will detect any possible attackers. If we're to take on Crushcog, we need to take out those sentries. This device launches a dark, sticky paint marmalade jam that will coat the optical sensors of Crushcog sentry bots. Use it to take out this early warning system.
Daylight's burning.
It reminds me very much of Spaceballs. They jammed our radar. Fishing supplies. Can we learn fishing here? Kind of weird. The lake is frozen. I don't know if you can fish in here. We'll see how it goes.
I'm out of range.
Oh, there you go. I have to channel it. Optical sensors malfunctioning detected, shutting down. That sound is really cool. That whoa. That reminds me very much of the Fell Reaver in Burning Crusade. I think that's where that originally came from. Come here. You got it. 5 pound. Look at our footsteps on this frozen lake. We did it. Come here, Jarvi.
Greetings!
You've given us the opening. We'll need to get the drop on Crushcog. Excellent work, Nurses. Level up. Create Health Sun. And we're gonna immediately do that. Boop. Very good. Down with Crushcog. Our cousins, the Dwarves of Ironforge, have agreed to help us in the battle against Razlo Crushcog. Mountaineer Stonegrind is a veteran who knows Dunmorrow well. He and Hightinker Megatorg stand ready on a small snow-covered island in Iceflow Lake to the north. Meet up with them there and let the Hightinker know when you are ready to face Crater Crushcog. Take this orbital targeting device and use it during the battle. It'll help you guide the Hightinker's special weapons.
You have a great day now.
We're playing with lasers. That's what I like. I think it would be cool if they had phased out these bots now or something. So it would feel more like you had an impact with your quest, but we'll see how it goes. Oh, over there he is. Razlo Crushcog. Okay, Hightinker.
There's always time to tinker.
Crushcog's defeat will send a powerful message to his master, Thermoplug. The gnomes of Gnomeregan will not be stopped. I am ready to start the assault.
Never reject an idea out of hand.
Engineer Thermoplug refuses to acknowledge that his defeat is imminent. He has sent Razlo Crushcog to prevent us from rebuilding our beloved Gnomeregan.
But Nurse has thwarted his plans at every turn, and now the dwarves of Ironforge stand with us.
Let's send him crawling back to his master in defeat.
Let's teach this addle-brained gnome a lesson. Let's see how it goes. Allows you to paint a ground target for one of High Tinker Mechator's special weapons. See, it's a ground effect? Yeah, okay.
You! How did you escape detection by my sentry one? No matter. My guardians and I will make short work of you. To arms, men!
Mechatork beam! Mechatork missiles!
I guess the plan is to just use the quest item over and over.
Mechatork missiles!
Is there something on your mind?
Huh?
We've done it! We are victorious!
Crush Cog defeated, Thermoplug is sure to be quaking in his mechanotech. And rightly so. You're next, Thermoplug. You're next!
Victory! Oh, let's run away before the guy respawns. That was pretty fun. I do feel the battles at the beginning don't feel as epic. So having these small, like narrative-driven things that give you a chance to feel a little bit more involved in the story, and like the main villains or the henchmen being attacked is kind of cool.
Salutations!
We're finally free of Ruslu Crushcog and his interference. With the defeat of Crushcog and his forces, Thermoplug can't afford to send any more of his followers to the surface. I can't wait for the day where we defeat him for good. On to Karanos. Some of the mountaineers under Stormgrind's command were telling me about the situation out at Karanos. When the Trogs took over Frostmane Hold,
Oslo Crush Cog is no more! The people of Ironforge and Nobragon speak with one voice this day! Hear us well, Thermoplug! The day of your defeat approaches!
on to Karanos. Some of the mountaineers under Stormgrind's command were telling me about the situation out at Karanos. When the Trogs took over Frostmane Hold, it sounds like the surviving trolls fled westward, deep into the heart of the dwarven homeland. Why is the sound coming from him? It's kind of weird. He's a soundbox, I guess. Now they threaten the dwarves' town of Karanos. It sounds like they're going to need all the help they can get. You should go to Karanos and introduce yourself to Captain Taran. Just follow the road east out of Brunol and keep going until you see the town. Okay. Have you finished your sound? That was kind of weird. Cool. All right. So that is the end of the Gnome starting area. And we're going to go into what is called Karanos City here. And the area is also called, I think, Karanos? No, Dunmorrow, I think is the area. Yeah, there you go. Awesome. Goodbye, little irradiated place of the gnomes. I don't know if I'm gonna miss you, but it was nice to meet you. Now look at them bringing supplies over to Karanos, I guess. I love the huge, I don't know, hogwheel bridge or archway, I guess. these have like very nostalgic feelings for me. Those have been in Ironforge for forever, since Classic, and I always thought they look really cool. And here they're actually moving, like pretty fast. I mean, tomorrow we're making it. Oh, there's somebody who wants to talk to us. Sierra Deepstone.
Great to meet you.
Bound for Karanos. I was supposed to be bringing these casks of ale to the inn in Karanos. They contain a mysterious new ale produced by an Upsar brewery based in Brunel village. As I was leaving town, I was attacked by a Frostmane troll raiding party. It's going to take me days to repair the wagon. I don't suppose you'd be willing to do me a favor, will you? These big kegs aren't going anywhere, but I have some smaller sample casks. Would you bring them to Karanos for me? Just follow the road to the southeast. So these quests are in every starting area, where they, I think, double emphasize where you have to go to help new players not get lost, because obviously you could totally start walking towards Ironforge up here. Is that Ironforge? I think so, right? Yeah. That's one of the things as well for WoW, how incredibly immersive the whole world is. It's also so incredibly huge, like the space in between, especially in the classic areas. Pretty mind-blowing. And here we are. We made our Gnome adventure, and now we're in Karanos. Captain Terrain. If Gnome Regan Covert Operations is recommending you, then you must have made quite an impression. Your help will be most welcome here, as we've a wealth of enemies and few enough mountaineers to face them.